Alright, so, you know how in Canada, they used to have a bunch of logging camps there and make money off of selling timber after they've cut it down. You know, Norwegians and Swedes had come over from Europe and found work cutting down trees and stuff. So there's this one logging camp just north of Victoria, British Columbia. And, you know, one morning, all these loggers, they go out there and, you know, do their day's work, cut down trees and stuff. And most of them go back. A few of them hadn't met quota, so they had to keep cutting down for a little while. And one of them wasn't the brightest. He had gone pretty deep into the woods to find a good tree, and he had gotten himself turned around, lost his bearings. He had gotten lost, basically. He didn't know how to get back to camp with all his friends. So he starts wandering around, and he comes across this clearing. And there's an old house in it. So he goes up. He's gonna knock on the door, see who's home, and see if he can stay the night. When he walks up, he sees that the door is ajar. Now it's pretty late by this time, 10, 11 o'clock, and he just wants to get to bed. So he figures, you know what, I'm gonna spend the night here. When the owners come back in the morning, I'll tell them what happened. It'll be fine. So he goes in, and he finds a bedroom. It's got a bed in there and everything. And he lies down, and he notices all these portraits all over the wall. That was kind of weird. They were oddly very, very detailed, and noticed that they were all sort of staring at him for some reason. He was kind of creeped out by it, but decided to ignore it. He just rolled over, faced the wall, and tried to go to sleep. But in the morning, what he noticed was that there were no portraits on the wall, but just windows. The whole room had windows all across the side. And see.
Holy crap.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Sit down. Sit down, boy. Caleb.
I'll be right back. Hold on. He's gonna go lick himself.
Alright,
You
so
should, like freestyle, make your own horror story.
okay. Well,
That's what
I didn't
You're on
make
camera,
this one
by
up,
the way.
so-
Yeah.
So,
D's nuts.
there's this family, right? And this couple, they're about to go out, and they're about to go, you know, have some fun. And they're about to go to, like, a restaurant and eat and all that. So they call their most trusted babysitter. And she shows up. And
Is this a setup for a pool?
they're pretty, like, they're pretty strict parents. So they're like, look, you can go up to the bedroom and watch TV. You can help yourself to the fridge, you know, whatever. But don't let the kids watch TV. So she goes, okay. So, you know, the kids are kind of playing in the downstairs room. She kind of goes, like, into their bedroom and starts watching TV, right? And the parents call whenever they get to the restaurant, and they're like, hey, is everything okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm fine, I'm great. But the kids are downstairs playing, and I'm in your room watching TV. And they go, oh, that's great. And, like, you know, before they hang up, she's like, hey, by the way, is there any chance that I can, like, close the blinds or go put a blanket on your angel statue outside?
I know this one.
And the guy's like, get the kids, go to the basement. We're calling cops right now. And she's like, what's happening? And the dad says, we don't have an angel statue. And to this day, they still haven't found the babysitter or the two kids.
Dang.
I've got one.
I know that.
I've got one from Laura's
That's
mother.
Oliver Lucas.
My babushka, straight from Russia, used to tell me this one.
Babushka? What's that? What's that?
She used to tell me this, you know, sometimes when I wouldn't go to sleep, and she just wanted me to shut up, and just get to bed. So it went like this. So one night in the glorious motherland, during 14th year of Stalin's rule, there was family unit in the house. Father and son were both at factory. They had to work overtime night. But the mother and little Natalia, she's a 8-year-old girl. Natalia. She's 8-year-old girl at the time. They were both at home. Natalia is sleeping in bed, and she can hear her mother in the kitchen working. Probably cooking or cleaning. So house would be nice for father and son when they got back. It is about 12:30 when Natalia heard her mother call from the kitchen. So she gets up, and as good Soviet daughter would do, to go help her mother. She has a great respect for authority. So she gets up and she goes. But the long way out of other room, her mother grabs her and says, "Natalia, I heard it too. Do not trust the voice you hear from kitchen. It's not me." But Natalia reminds her, "Mama, we cannot be afraid of what is probably capitalist plot. You must go down and investigate for motherland." It turns out it was capitalist plot, and mother was arrested by KGB for lack of courage and lack of loyalty to government. And scene.
Okay, I got a better one.
Probably sucked, didn't it?
Okay. Okay, turn that crap off. Okay, I got a better one this time.
I mean, honestly, that sucked, didn't it?
All right. Here's one. Okay, so turn that crap off. Okay, so this is about a father named John and a little boy named Danny.
Like, father as in, like, he has this kid, or like
He's
father as
a
in,
father
like,
and dad, as in like he is like an actual good.
like
dad.
priest?
He's not a
kind of
minister, no.
father,
He's
or
he's like
Biological
he's his
father.
boy's father. He's like a good
just
dad.
making
He's a
sure
good father.
This isn't going to be a church joke.
No, we're past jokes now. Right, no. So, John is a single father. Okay, but he's like him and his son, they're like really close. Like his son's like 9 years old, but like, and he would do anything, to protect his son. Well, it's just like a normal day. He sends Danny off to school, and comes home, has dinner, they do their little nightly routines, and then it's time for Danny to go to bed. So Danny's in bed, and John he's watching TV when he gets he senses like some sort of presence. You know how you get that feeling that you're not alone when you're home alone. Well, he gets that feeling. And, just to make sure that Danny's safe, he goes to check up on Danny. Well, when he goes to check up on Danny, he sees a non-human figure crouching at the foot of Danny's bed. It's very scary, very scaly, very ragged looking. Anything but human, or of anything that he has ever seen before, but horrifying all the same. And it's just watching Danny. It jerks his head over to see John. It smiles at John, then looks right back at Danny. Danny, is completely unaware of this, but John, being the good father he is and very protective, he puts aside his own safety and actually lunges inside of a room, grabs Danny, and gets the heck out of the house. He keeps on looking back to make sure that the creature is not following, but it isn't, which is surprising. So the next day, he goes to the authorities and tells them about this incident, and they look into it, but they see no sign of a break-in whatsoever. But it's still pretty clear that something was in the house. That the authorities did not deny that. They did confirm there was something in the house, but they couldn't find any sign of a break-in. Just the fact that there was something in there. So, but Danny, he's not talking. It's not like he's not even there. He's just like a vegetable, pretty much. He just stares off into space and he doesn't talk. So he takes Danny to the doctor to make sure nothing has been done to his son by this creature. And they said nothing happened. So, but John, he's still very scared. He is in fear for not only his son's life, but also his own. He believes that this creature could be lurking somewhere in the walls. That it could just be right behind him, watching him. But whenever he turns around, there's something there. But he feels the presence of something. Something is in the house. He just knows it. He can feel it. He just feels the presence of something in the house with him. He expects it to see it slithering into the room at night. Or just waking up to see it next to him in bed. All these fears haunting his dreams and never leaving him even when he's awake. That's nice. Okay, so he keeps on trying to talk to Danny, but Danny says nothing. He doesn't even acknowledge John's existence. No. And he keeps on checking on Danny at night. Every night. Nothing's there. And then, one night, one unexpected night, he wakes up and he sees the creature at the foot of his bed. And it crawls closer and closer to him. The end.
I got one.
Are we making what? Were we reading?
That would have been so much cooler if, like, the demon
No.
actually possessed.
No, just on.
I've actually heard
Oh,
that.
Danny.
So, okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear the whole story, so I had to make stuff up. How did it end?
Chilling with
It turns out
Alright,
that
well,
the
anyway.
kid was actually
Here
made
comes-
of.
There's a guy running down this narrow hallway, right? No idea how he got there. No idea what's happening. And there's this like furry yet lizard-like creature with these long, sharp talons, just chasing him, teasing him, right? Going in and out of doors where he didn't even know that there was a door. So the man, he's starting to lose his mind. He's running, and he thinks he's safe. He ducks into this bathroom, and this claw comes around the corner, grabs the door, and the last thing the man ever hears.
You got Nicole.
Is that Rick Roll?
Scene.
That's not right. That's not right.
Go.
So, you know how old asylums and psychiatric wards and stuff are always portrayed as pretty spooky places.
Not mine.
Well, there's this one in New York, upstate New York. It was actually confirmed haunted back in 1986, I think it was. All right, so a lot of people died in there from improper care and stuff. Insane people roaming the hallways. It just wasn't a good place. But now, of course, it's abandoned. State shut it down. and it's a pretty popular place for teens to go. You know, on Halloween night, it's a big tourist attraction now. But they say if you're there alone at night, sometimes you can hear the lonesome call. Anime. I knew where he was going.
Okay.
And
You just confused the whole YouTube audience, just so you know.
You can cut that one out. That was just a joke for us.